Is there anything you can say about the experience of wisdom? Maybe if it is different from the other things like ignorance, for example. It seems so vast and deep that only the present moment is the important. Well, that's wisdom. That's wisdom. Seeing that there is so much out there, it is so vast and deep, which is really the meaning of samsara. That only the present moment is important. That's wisdom. That's what comes from meditation practice, which I understand you're engaging in. Through the practice of meditation, you will give up your external activities that have nothing to do with the present moment. You come to see them as useless, as unsatisfying, and you become bored and disenchanted with them, and you give them up. That's wisdom. The experience of wisdom is the experience of letting go. It's not an intellectual thing. You might say that disenchantment is really the essence of wisdom. It's this giving up of our attachments to things, but it can take the form of seeing three things. As we talk about impermanence, suffering, and non-self. The problem with talking about those things is it comes to be an intellectual thing. When you mention impermanent, suffering, and non-self to people who haven't experienced them, it becomes intellectual. The way a teacher would use impermanent, suffering, and non-self is for people who have already experienced them, because they're the three things that we reject about reality, we cannot accept. So you explain to them, don't you see, this is reality. What you're seeing is impermanence. And then they say, well, yeah, that's true. And because based on seeing these three things, you let go. When you see everything constantly changing and never static, never stopping, then you give them up. When you see things as unsatisfying, as without any goal, without any final happiness, then you give them up. When you see them as uncontrollable, as going on and incessant, then you give them up. So that's wisdom. It's really quite simple, and it's not something intellectual or something that you have to look for, or that you have to evoke. It's something that comes naturally from seeing things as they are.